The community that I was raised in taught fear. We were so afraid as a community, so I didn't trust people from the outside world.
Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to take a look back at season 8. I want us to put on our hindsight is 2020 glasses, and we're gonna talk about when those anthropology students moved in with the Browns, and something I found very interesting given the state of Kody and Christine's marriage today. There was a lot of interesting tidbits from that visit. This video, I wanted to talk about this moment that they met with Christine and her mother discussing divorce within the plural community.
Annie, you left the group at large. Is that the way to say it?
I didn't leave polygamy. I left religion. The marriage wasn't as hard to walk away from as the religion was.
So you had essentially just chosen to leave the principal life, and then Christine said, I'm getting married. I'm going to be a third wife.
I didn't want to make the same choice of having a family and then leaving it. And so I really wanted to make sure I had a solid testimony.
And what was it like for you to reestablish yourself after having made the decision to leave the religion?
You can't even imagine what it's like to start over again.
How long would you say it was before your sense of self and okayness was able to come back?
15 years.
Because she had left and broke the trust, it was difficult to learn how to trust her again.
There was never ever a point in time where I ever would have sabotaged the kids. I was okay with Christine marrying Kody because it was her choice.
Yeah, and I perceived her to be unsafe.
Another reason why it's really, really nice to be here. I really appreciate every day because I had so many years without it. And now I have it and I cherish it.
As you guys know, as Kody has stated on the show, Christine hails from polygamy royalty. Her mother and father are actually from rival polygamous groups. Her father is an Allred, her mother is a LeBaron. I made a video on the fact that her maternal great uncle actually murdered her paternal grandfather. It's a lot. It's a doozy. I will link that down in the description. So when Christine's mother divorced her father, Christine and her siblings actually chose her father, and they did not speak to her mother for a long time. Annie mentions in that clip that it took something like 15 years for her to reestablish relationships with all of her children. In my opinion, the show really propelled the Brown family into the mainstream and out of, quote, hiding, as Christine says. Now they were able to have family relationship discussions, family dynamic discussions. These discussions were no longer taboo and had to be held behind closed doors. Now they were happening on national television. The children were also able to start forming their own opinions and not adopting any ideologies spoon-fed to them by their parents. I think the process of filming the show and being in the spotlight really showed Christine's kids who Christine was, and she wasn't who Kody told them she was. It wasn't really a relationship that Kody could manipulate. And we know Kody has now come to be very resentful of how non-patriarchal he was in the past. It seems like Kody's lack of dominance in many of his households have led his children to cement really strong bonds with each other and with their mother, something that is not always the norm in polygamous families. I really don't think any of Christine's kids, or any of the kids for that matter, since they all view Christine as a maternal figure, would be able to be convinced that Christine was, quote, unsafe, which is how Christine referred to her mother in that interview. Living their life in the mainstream, which was catapulted by the show, created a completely different family dynamic than Christine was used to in the way she grew up. And I think that allowed her the certainty when it came to leaving Kody to know that she would still have a relationship with her children. I found this segment particularly interesting because Christine held a lot of animosity towards her mother for divorcing her father, and now Christine has reached that same milestone in her life. So it will be interesting going forward. We know the show is filming again. I wonder if we will see her mother and her discussing life after polygamy. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.